we're going to look at how to use this really neat tool in the Generations program called Super Align. This tool is great for any bits, parts, or pieces that you have in the program that you want to align on a path, such as an arc. In this case, we're going to use letters that are imported into the program from a design set, not letters that are created in the Generations program. So let's start by importing some letters, and I'm just going to kind of grab these letters real quick, and if they don't show up on your screen, don't worry, they're over here. Just click one on one and they'll show up. So there's one letter, so let's go ahead and import another one. And I think I'm just going to grab like A, B, and C, and again, just click one to one to get them to show up. And let's import one more letter here. Okay, so there are the designs. Let's start pulling these apart. And so we have these three letters in here now. Okay, now, to make sure that these are going to align properly, I can do a couple of different things, but since these are all the same height and there's not like a lowercase p or an uppercase d or letters that may drop below a line, I can do this very simply. I can select all of them and align them quickly. I can left click up here and hold my left mouse button down and drag around everything to select all of the items, or I can go to Edit, Select, Select All, and select all of the items. I'll know that everything is selected on my screen and that it's not grouped together because I have these open boxes inside of the big black bounding boxes. Now, to align these and get ready to place them on an arc, I'm going to use the Align toolbar. I come down, if you follow my mouse, to the Align toolbar, and I can align these by their tops, their bottoms, align them by their centers. I have a couple of different options here. In this case, let's go ahead and align by the horizontal center. So now they're all aligned, and you can see by the grid that they're aligned pretty well, but they're not spaced very well. So I'm going to come over to the Align toolbar again, and I'm going to horizontally space these. If you want these closer together, then you simply have to kind of click on each individual one and pull them closer and start that process over again. Select them all, align them, and then space them. So now they're spaced the way that you want them spaced and they're aligned, but we still need to place them on an arc. To place them on an arc, I'm going to use the Align toolbar again and come over to this icon that looks like a T. It's called Super Align. When I click on Super Align, I get what looks like or looks similar to a text path box. Right now we're on a line. I want to place them on an arc, but you can see I can also ellipse or freehand here. I'm going to go ahead and select the arc for this one. And you have to decide above, centered, or below. In this case, above the line if I'm making an upward arc is good. Below the line if I'm making a lower arc is good. Or if you want to be safe, just say centered. But since these weren't created in the program, you kind of have to watch, the center issue. So let's go ahead and say OK and make our arc. I want my arc to be from here, so I place a left click there to, place my anchor point, to here, so I place another left click, and then I move the mouse towards the center of the line, and I can begin to arc upward or downward. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and arc upward. Because I imported these as designs rather than making them in the program, I'm going to get this message. Just click yes, and you can see the items are aligned. Now, the Align toolbar allows me to use tools found in the lettering program, which are these little diamonds below each item. These are called kerning nodes, so I can left click on them to select it, left click and hold it, and I can move these letters around and space them as needed on an arc. I also have, this spacing so I can space the whole line as well. So I'm just simply going to say yes every time I get that message because, they were imported. I can edit if I don't like this at all, but don't forget, I have like these little controls that allow me to control the arcing, and this one that allows me to really arc this out. and this one here that allows me to resize things if I want to. It behaves just like my lettering program. So that's how simple it is to align letters that you bring in that weren't created in the program, but there's an added bonus to this. I can align anything using this tool, whether it's created in the program or not. So if I happen to have, a whole lot of little things that I want to align, I can just simply bring them in and select them all, make sure that I, align them the way I want them to be aligned, and space them, and then use the Super Align tool and place them on, a freehand line or whatever you want. I'm going to say centered on this one, and go ahead and create a cute little freehand line here. So that's how easy it is to use the Super Align tool in the Generations program.